Okay, we are sitting in front of the store. My kids are going and getting some last minute items. Then we're about to head out for our ranch. This is the town where I grew up, and I'll have to import these short 1 minute videos later. But we had an interesting conversation on the way home, testing out my glasses and whatnot, or out here to the ranch, which is where I grew up, so I call it home. And anyway, we were looking at, they would tell me like when there was something interesting to see and like cattle or whatever, and then we were saying it would be cool once we get to computing gets to the point where I can um, see like 100 times better with my glasses than regular sighted people. And also like it was kind of cool that I could keep dissecting this picture of the cattle way after we had passed it by and keep asking Meta details about the cattle, like where they were and how many and what kind. So I was talking about, we could talk about I was asking it like what kind of cattle, what color, where were they, and everything else about the scenery, and get all the details that I'm sure somebody that just quickly passed by and saw out the window in a few seconds. I got a lot more details in a way. So that was kind of cool. And then my son thought it would be neat if we, like once the glasses get to a point where I can just hold a paper in front of it, and instead of it summarizing it, it would read it word for word, and then it would just go immediately. If I wanted it in Braille, it would just, like if I had my Braille display hooked up to the phone, it would transfer to my Braille display, which would be cool. Just have a Braille, whatever you're looking at any time, have it put into Braille. So yeah, this age we're living in. So yeah, this age that we're living in is really cool because I could definitely see that happening. And I also got an exciting message last night that I'm going to explore further, and if it comes to fruition, I will definitely be telling you guys all about it, because it would be another great reason to buy these Meta glasses, because these people that are affiliated somehow with Meta are going to do a service, sounds really similar to like Ira or Be My Eyes, where they will connect right to your glasses view. So I will have to see the particulars, like if the agents would be trained and what kind of tasks they would feel comfortable with, etc., etc. But I will definitely be telling you more about that as I learn more. So yeah, with that, I guess that's all I had to say at the moment, and I will actually, if anyone from Meta is watching this, I would ask you to please incorporate a feature whereby we can make at least 10-minute videos this way, instead of only 60-second videos, because most of my videos I don't really care if they're live or not, so I wouldn't have to go through the hassle of hooking up my phone and all that to the live. I could just tap my glasses, but the only disadvantage is that it only makes these short videos that you have to go in then and put them all together into a longer video, and it's a big pain. And I've listened to a lot of reviews on YouTube, and a lot of content creators feel the same way, that they really wish there could be an option for longer videos, like 10 minutes or something like that. So I really hope that will happen. Really. So yeah, I'll record more probably when we get out to the ranch. So I just had to say that Justin, my son, is going to make shrimp scampi for supper, and he makes the best shrimp scampi. And my daughter doesn't live at home with us anymore, so she doesn't get to sample his cooking very often. So I can't wait until she samples it. It's pretty delish. And so my daughter, I'm sure, will be busy organizing, and that's quite a job out there. There's a lot of work to be done, and planting. She has an apple tree she wants to plant out in her grove out there, so hopefully it will grow. This, and a cherry tree, and she has lots of other plants. It's like a sensory garden out there. We should have her give you a tour of it some point. So yeah, I just thought I'd say that a little bit more while And we don't have long to be out at the ranch this time, so we'll have to hurry because we have a lot of major tasks before our big family gathering in July. So Justin will be busy with laying down the tiles for our riding area, which I will show you that definitely when it gets done, because that is something that's going to be pretty unique for our ranch, because my siblings and I want a place. Basically, it was my brother Rory's idea, but Reed, my other brother, quickly said, "Amen, let's do that." And so Kim and I said, "Sure, why not?" But it's where blind people will be able to like freely ride anywhere on this field that's like going to be as big as a tennis field, I believe. I forgot right now how the size of it, but it's pretty big. And we're gonna lay these tiles, and then we'll be able to ride our trikes or scooters or drifter carts or whatever in a place that's just wide open, where you don't have to worry about running into anything, because that's just a concept that something that blind people just can't have the opportunity to do very often. I guess like riding bumper cars would be the closest thing to that, but Rory and Reed just really love amusement parks and going on all the wild roller coasters and stuff, so they just thought it would be really cool to have a place where they could just go full bore if they wanted to, and like race each other or just turn sharply or just do any wild and crazy things without worrying about going somewhere that it would be unsafe or whatever. So yeah, we'll have to test out the proof of concept this very weekend. Yay, I get to be the guinea pig. So that will be okay. Hi again, everybody. Here we are out at our ranch. This is the house where I grew up, and I'm now going to walk over to the old house where my grandparents lived way back in the day, like early, like mid-1900s and earlier. I haven't stopped to figure out exactly right at the moment, but I'm just trying to fit in as much as I can into these 60-second clips here because my Facebook Live isn't working at the moment. So I will be doing much better videos out here once I get that all sorted. But for the time being, this will have to do. It's kind of a cold, cloudy, and rainy day today, but we'll make the best of it. And so this door kind of is finicky. Okay, so now I'm going to walk over to the house that I talked about on a previous video, like I said, where my grandparents lived, and then we turned it into our music studio for a while for the family band. And we also played school. My sister and I played school with our little brothers in that old house. So how I'm going to get there is follow this rock path that goes straight from here to there, basically. So I don't even need a cane or anything. And the lawn hasn't been mowed for a while, so it's a little bit overgrown here because our caretakers have been on vacation. So I have to tread a little more carefully than I normally would. I mean, we used to just run back and forth back in the day, but of course I'm not quite as used to it anymore because we don't live out here anymore. We just come out here for vacations and whatnot, so it's not like an everyday thing like it used to be. But what do we have here? And I'm not actually going to go into the house because it's kind of dirty and not in the greatest shape right at the moment. But basically, yeah, this is all like grown up here and whatnot. So you're just getting the crude and uncut version here. Where even am I for sure? Okay, yeah, here we are. Here we are by the old house. I don't know what happened to the metal door that used to be here. Yeah, And one of our cats just ran inside, so I'll have to try to make sure to get my kids to see if they can make sure it is no longer in there. Okay, now slowly and carefully make... Ooh, there we went. You're getting the crude and untouched, uncut version here. But you just have to get used to all that type of thing when you're a blind person. But we're slowly getting our caretaker trained not to leave many things, but my kids could have left that there, who knows. So anyway, this is my grandma's house. After they moved out of that old house, they moved into this trailer. That would be my dad's parents. And so I will give you just a quick tour of it as well. Okay, so here we go inside there. And our caretakers, Russ and Mitzi, really fixed up this place. Especially at Christmas time, they had it all decorated and whatnot. Sounds like somebody's here. Is that you, Justin? Huh, I am confused as to where that's coming from. Okay, so this is just one of the bedrooms. I won't bother to go in. This is the bathroom and laundry room where we wash clothes and stuff. It's because we don't have one in the main part, or our main house. So my mom had to walk over to this house every time she did laundry, but for the first many years they didn't have any washer and dryer. She had to go 7 miles into town to do all the laundry. This is right now a storeroom where we have a lot of our this and that's. So yeah, this is the living room, and then in here's the bedroom and whatnot. So that's that house, basically, in a nutshell. So, okay, so now we'll go back, and I think my son, even as we speak, is doing final touches to our riding area. He hasn't started laying the tiles yet. He's just making the ground already. He's very fussy and finicky, so he takes after my dad in that way, his grandpa. So sometimes it's a little annoying, but all in all, I'd much rather him be that way than the other extreme. He's very meticulous about everything and wants to make sure it's as good as it can be. And I don't know where my daughter is. I was hoping she would give you a little tour of our sensory garden that she has made, but she wants to wait until the weather is, the garden is like, she wants to wait until the garden is really lush, and like she thinks June would be a good time, but I don't know if we'll be out here in June. And in July, when we do our big family gathering, it might be a little too late, but we will hope for the best. So instead of going around the house to the back, I think I'm just going to cheat and go in and go through the back door. Hopefully that is accessible, because sometimes there's things in front of it. But yeah, so we're back to the main house, and I'll give you that tour real quick. This is the room where my sister and I slept as kids. this whole entire lower level my dad built. That was not an original part of the house. So I'll stay up here on the top level for now. Kitchen, of course. This was my grandpa's office. I guess I'll turn on a light for you sighted people. That might help. So that's where he would study and do all his paperwork and whatnot. And this is one of the rooms that my dad built on. I'll just show you the rest of up here first. Bathroom. This is the bedroom where Rory and Reed, our two little brothers, slept as kids. And this was my parents' room back in the day. And so I will just go through here real quick and see if I can get to the back door. Okay, so this is the living room that my dad built, and there's another room similar to this room at the other end there. Another bedroom. So by the time he got all that built, my sister and I had started college. Kind of ironic how that works out sometimes. So is anybody out here? I'm videoing.
What?
Oh, okay. Are you, I was just wondering what you're doing. Have you started laying the tiles yet?
Yeah.
Can I see what you've done so far?
Sure, in a minute.
And at some point you'll have to make sure that no cat is trapped in the old house, because I was in there and I think a cat followed me in there.
The old house?
Yes, because I was doing a quick tour of the old house.
You want to see it?
Yes. Ooh, is it muddy and stuff?
Where you're walking, yeah.
Where should I go? This is my son, Justin, by the way. So is it obvious, like to you, from the light on the glasses that I'm recording, Justin?
Yeah.
So where should I go? He's a man of few words. Oh, cool. So how many of these do you have laid so far?
All the way up the length. You're about in the middle of it.
Wait, so because this is just like a narrow strip right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes all the way to that end. So the whole length, basically. Now you just have to... Cool. Can't wait to try it. I can tip my trike over in front of the whole world.
You're not walking straight.
Okay, so this is going to be my last video, probably. Which way, Justin?
Right there.
So... my poor editor will have to string all these 60-second videos into one long video, so yay. And I will see you all in the next one for hopefully part 2 of my blind travel series, where we'll be talking about the glide device from Glidance, hopefully, and I can do a tutorial of the cane, and etc., etc. So be sure to like, subscribe, tell all your friends about this channel, Gliding Through Blindness, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Bye.